Good morning, General Chat. Welcome back, listeners and watchers. Subscribe on all platforms. The audio-only podcasts are available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And the video podcasts as well as the audio is also available now on YouTube. So please subscribe on all platforms. Today I have Dubble G here with me to go do a post-match analysis on his first round win over Luddite in the Discord Wars. So thank you for joining us. Before I get started, let's do a quick ad read for our sponsors. Do you want to say hello, Dubble G, before I do the ad read?
Yeah, hello guys. I was already curious about who's today's sponsor.
Well, do you want to tell the listeners where we are recording this podcast from?
We're right now in the 9 Club Discord. 9 gang.
I thought it would be fitting to utilize the Discord channel of one of my biggest podcast competitors, the 9 Club. If you're not familiar with the 9 Club, they're also a skateboarding podcast, but
they're definitely a big inspiration.
Yeah, they've actually had some of my guests on the 9 Club. Some of my guests have been featured on the 9 Club. Not all of them, but I think Alex Olson has been on the 9 Club. I know Chris Roberts used to be his babysitter, so they go way back. But I don't know if anyone else has been on the 9 Club. Do you know?
No, but maybe let's say not yet.
Maybe
yet. They will get someone on.
Yeah, they haven't interviewed Trap Dion yet, which is kind of surprising. I figured they would have got Trap Dion on by now, but no, we were quicker to the punch, and we have also have Dubble G on before the 9 Club has Dubble G on. So thank you 9 Club for giving us the space to record the podcast, as currently I'm having some management and funding issues with the Discord that I have normally podcast through. We are having some issues. We have some talks are ongoing. Do you know anything about these issues, Dubble G, that I'm talking about?
Not really, except the thing you've mentioned to me.
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble seeing eye to eye with some of the managerial decisions of the Discord. Have you noticed the overhauling that's been going on in the Discord?
Yeah, to be honest, not much changed except some emojis in front of channels and some roles, but it didn't seem like anything was affected.
Is it still pay to access, or is it have the floodgates been open?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm unsure because it seems like it's open, but the activity hasn't spiked through that, so I'm unsure.
Yeah, 4,000 plus members, but most are inactive or just lurking. Unless there's some secret channels that you and I don't know about, where all the fun stuff might happen.
Could be.
Yeah.
Split society, you know?
Yeah, so thanks to the 9 Club for letting us use your voice chat for this one. I want to give a big shout out to Pat Gunter, big shout out to Max, big shout out to Adaptive Skater. These are some of the 9 Club Discord frequent users. But also, now I'm done thanking the 9 Club, let's thank our sponsor today. Today we are sponsored by the Casa Particulars of the beautiful country of Cuba. Cuba is extraordinarily famously enigmatic, communist yet Catholic, Latin American as well as Caribbean, highly educated yet painfully poor. The island is filled with contradictions, and the recent warming of relations with the U.S. Oh, this is old copy. The recent warming of relations with the U.S. Wow, when was this made? When was this ad read made? 2017? Anyway, I'll continue. As well as the death of Fidel Castro this must have been 2017. As well as the death of Fidel Castro have not made the Cuban mindset any less mysterious. For anyone wanting to spend time with Cubans, to learn about their culture, history, and what daily life is like, Casas Particulars are the way to go. The literal translation is simply private house, and they're effectively the original Airbnb. Hosts rent out 1 or 2 rooms in their homes, typically with a double, twin, or triple beds. They're basic but clean and tend to feel a bit more personal than a guest house or traditional bed and breakfast. As tourist numbers swell in Cuba, the CASAS are now essential in providing enough beds for the quantity of visitors to the island. And while they are far from luxurious, they are generally considered to be a lot more pleasant than many of the 3-star hotels, with much more attentive service. But the biggest selling point is the insight they give into Cuban life. You're not just getting a good look at the inside of someone's home, you're listening to their music, eating their food, and finding out what they do for work and play. And just as importantly, in a country whose citizens are not permitted to leave, you're giving them a way to discover the rest of the world as you share your own stories in return. These homestays are the highlight of any cultural holiday to Cuba. Thank you to the beautiful island country of Cuba, and thank you to the Casa Particulars hosts who opened their homes to the many tourists visiting Cuba.
You ever been to Cuba?
I have luckily been to Cuba. I've been lucky enough to go to Cuba twice. I went in 2017 for the first time when the administration, the United States government was easing restrictions with Cuba, but sadly, once Trump was elected in 2018, I guess. 2000, I don't even, whenever his first term started, he closed the travel to Cuba. So, it's been pretty tough to go there. So I got to go twice during that time, and it was amazing. It's like definitely one of my top places I've ever been. Have you been to the Caribbean?
No, sadly not, but it seems like a wonderful place, nature-wise.
It's got so much to offer. I mean, the Caribbean is great anyway. Like most islands, but out of all the islands I've been to in the Caribbean, Cuba's for sure my favorite. Yeah, everyone should go for sure. It's a life-changing experience, and it's quite affordable as well. I think when we stayed at the first time I went, we stayed at all Casa Particulars, and I don't think we spent more than $40 for a night, and sometimes that included breakfast and lunch.
That sounds good.
Yeah, super affordable, and again, just like you're staying in people's houses, so it's like super, super cool. I mean, yeah, definitely.
Maybe you're seeing things that you're not supposed to see there.
Well, it's all
like in a hotel, they just show you the things you want to see, and here you see the actual life of people. You
definitely get the actual life of people, like for better or for worse in some cases, but all my experiences were great. Like like I said, 2017, and I remember conversations I had with some of our hosts, some of the families there. I mean, just the most beautiful people, the chillest people, the most fun people, smart people. Like everything about my stay in Cuba was amazing. So, also the street skating is incredible. One of the best marble skate spots on planet Earth is a spot called Prada.
I've heard about it.
In Havana, and I mean the marble is just like, I think I've done the best flat ground tricks I've ever done on that marble. So, yeah, Cuba, definitely make a trip. So we're not here to talk about travel. We're here to talk about war, the Discord Wars. So in your first round matchup, you were up against the American Luddite. Is this correct?
Yes. Yeah.
You guys played your match in person. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was quite a funny coincidence because I was matched up against someone else, and then that person ditched. So they put him in because he said, if someone is needed, he will play. And then they put him in, and I actually went to Berlin the week after anyways to catch a flight to Lisbon. So we met up and had a session, and then decided to play this game of skate.
So you played in Lisbon?
No, we played in Berlin. I flew from Berlin to Lisbon.
Okay.
And he lives in Berlin, so we met there.
Ah, okay. Because you're not from.
I'm not from Berlin. I just went there because I have friends there, so I visited them for a few days and then took the plane there.
Because you're from.
Austria.
You're Austrian. That's right.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm sorry about that, Dubble G. So, going into this match, did you think you were gonna win, or did you think you were gonna lose? What was your original thoughts?
I was definitely thinking about getting some letters, but it might be tight because I had no idea what his bag of tricks would be. We talked about flip tricks, and he said he's riding a shaped board, but he will definitely bust out a kickflip, he said, because he got those. But in the game, he didn't even do one.
Yeah, so when you see a shaped board, that kind of must bump up your confidence a little bit in a game of skate.
It depends, but how he said it, it did. Because he said he doesn't like skating flat with that shaped board.
Yeah. So, spoiler, you won. And after you finished the match, is there anything you want to talk about in your match that you felt like you can? I mean, people can go and watch this match as well. It's available on YouTube. But is there anything specific that you want to point out about your match, or do you want to just talk about the next round, the Sweet 16, who your matchup is going to be?
No, I wanna talk about this match a bit. Yeah, it was a really fun experience because we were both trying tricks. We thought that would be fun, not necessarily like go by any like rules or like plan. Especially him, because he just tried tricks like that he just came up in his mind like 1 second before, because I was skating the session with him earlier, and like if somebody got in his way skating an obstacle, he would just hit a different obstacle and do a sick trick. Like he's so spontaneous.
Yeah, I felt like that when I watched your guys' match.
Yeah, and he was going fast as well, just trying any trick. But that's also why he didn't land so many of his offense tricks, because he was just going fast and throwing himself at the trick.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say about your match?
No, it was just a fun experience. Like actually playing with someone I've never met. That was great.
It looked really fun.
I made a new friend.
A lifelong friend through the Discord wars.
Yeah, we went on a concert the day after.
Who did you see?
It was fun. I don't know, some random Japanese straight edge hardcore band, punk shit.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, looking into the future, what do you think about your next matchup?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because we haven't seen much from my opponent, because he played someone that landed one trick, I think.
So who's your next opponent?
Dumb Data.
Dumb Data. That's gonna be that's a premier matchup. You're playing one of today's game of skate connoisseurs.
Yeah, I'm curious if he will move outside of his garage for the game, or if he will skate in the garage.
So this is big pressure. This match is like, to be able to say that you sent Dumb Data packing, that's a pretty amazing. That's like something you tell your grandkids.
Yeah, I will definitely. I have a plan. The plan is to make it interesting.
Well, I hope you're practicing, because...
No, I'm not really practicing, but my idea is to skate faster than him.
Well, there you go. Okay, you heard it here first. Thank you for that inside baseball hot piece of gossip. So, Dumb Data. Are you looking at your matchup after Dumb Data, or are you just focusing on the next match?
I don't even know who is after. I'm actually curious about some other matches in the bracket, because there are some spots I don't know what the outcome will be like.
That's true. Do you have a claim if you were gonna bet 10 Ethereums on a winner of the entire tournament? Who are you putting your Ethereums on?
I'm putting my Ethereums on Bush Lover, aka what is it called now? Bush Camper, aka Pedro from Hawaii.
Yeah, friend of the podcast. He's if anyone is wondering who he's talking about, Bush Lover has done a Portuguese version of the Andy Anderson, A Shape of Paris. You can find that on the YouTube page. If you speak Portuguese, if you're an Andy Anderson fan or Andy Anderson hater, you should watch that Bush Lover's A Shape of Paris in Portuguese. And also, you can also find Dubble G has graced us with a Andy Anderson Shape of Paris watch in which language?
In German.
German. Deutsch.
Yeah, exactly.
For our Deutsch fans, you can take a look at that. And I saw you had a friend who helped you with that episode. I thought you guys did a great job together.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I hope the people will like it.
I'm sure.
We got a sponsor as well for the video.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to translate that one.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Spezi. Have you tried it?
I have not tried it yet.
Yeah, it's a mix of. It's basically like mezzo mix. You know that?
Nope.
Wait, it's like Coke and orange juice.
Ah, delicious.
But it's made by a brewery, because in Germany all breweries also make soft drinks.
That's a fact that I think most people don't know.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite German beer?
Ooh, there's so many.
There's too many. Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know, it's hard.
No, it's true. The best one is the one that's in your hand.
It's sadly none right now, but...
All right. Well, any last words you have for the Good Morning General Chat podcast community? Any more words you have for the Discord members? Any more words you have for Joe Field for Winged?
Yeah, I think the upcoming Discord Wars games will be interesting. As I said, Pedro is the person I'm putting my money on, because he got big pop and he understands his tricks, because he's a skate teacher, you know. So he will maybe do a trick most people won't expect. So
good. We're going to be on the lookout for Bush Lover.
Yeah.
The Flying Hawaiian.
Exactly.
The Portuguese, the Brazilian, or not the Brazilian bad boy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Dubble G, and I wish you luck, and I hope I see you in the finals.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
We'll see each other in the finals, maybe.
That's
I can set up for that.
That's the goal. That's why I said I hope I see you in the finals.
Exactly.
All right, man. Take care. And thank you for listening, everybody. And that'll be it for us tonight. And put her in the books.